Jansen arriving.
Good evening, Captain. All preparations for getting underway are on schedule. The XO is already on board, as are the department heads. 2 boilers are lit off and building steam. Everything is on track for a dawn departure.
Very well, thank you.
Executive officer to the officer's wardroom.
We have been assigned to lead a very small formation. The bad news is that the only other escort we have is about as slow and lightly armed as some of the merchant ships we're traveling with.
That is bad news indeed. Weren't we supposed to have more escorts?
I was hoping for that too, but our convoy and routing division does not have enough of them apparently. The Canadians are helping as much as they can, but until they send the next wave of reinforcements, we will have to make do with less.
And what are we up against?
The U-boat threat has been rather limited recently, so that seems like good news for our friends from the Merchant Navy.
And what about air support?
PBYs taking off from several bases should be available most of the time during daylight.
And what does the weather look like?
Some needed good news, XO. The weather report looks favorable all the way across.
If that is all, then let's get a good night's sleep. It may be the last one we get for a while.
And so it begins, my first Atlantic pass. Let's just hope it won't be the last. There are so many things I do not know. Very little is under my control. The crew has been trained, but few have seen actual battle. How will they respond when facing the enemy? How will I respond? The Jansen is the most capable ship in the convoy. It is fast, maneuverable, and heavily armed. I feel anxious for the merchant crews. They truly are sitting ducks. Their only protection is this ship and the single Canadian escort. We are to rendezvous with the RCN at Halifax. I hope the crew can take some liberty there. With only 2 escorts, it will be difficult to protect the convoy from all sides. We will have to focus on priority contacts. If at least one U-boat gets through, this can easily turn into a bloodbath. The weather forecast seems quite favorable. We can use the break and get some good crew training done early on in the voyage. Finally, some good news. We should have air cover all the way across. One aircraft with a good crew is worth half a dozen escorts when it comes to looking ahead of the convoy. Allied intelligence thinks that there are a few U-boats along our path, suggesting low chances of enemy contact. I really hope that is correct, but my gut tells me otherwise.
Red Oak has been torpedoed and is on fire.
Bloodhound, take station to get between the convoy and the attacking sub. Over.
Bloodhound acknowledges. Out.
Officer of the deck, set general quarters.
Set general quarters. Aye. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Set conditions zebra throughout the ship.
Stern depth charge detail manned and ready. Main battery ports manned and ready. Engineering officer watch reports engineering manned and ready. Zebra set. 4 boilers online. Max speed 32 knots. Electric plant split. All fire pumps online.
Very well.
We've lost Red Oak. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
All engines back 1/3.
All engines back 1/3. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead full.
All engines ahead full. Aye, sir.
New course 311. Course 304. Aye, sir.
Stand by to fire.
Mountie reporting.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to assigned station.
Roger. Mountie maneuvering to assigned station.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from Red Oak, bearing 188, range 2,900 yards. From guide.
Roger. Mountie searching. Red Oak, position for survivors. Bearing 188, range 2,900 yards. From guide. New course 262. Course 262. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie holds sonar contact. Able. Bearing 197. Range 2,000 yards. From Bloodhound. Evaluated as definite sub.
Bridge combat. New contact from sonar. Bearing 197. Range 2,000 yards. I designate contact. Able. Time 11:05.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 184. Range 1,800 yards. From Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 177. Range 1,400 yards. From Bloodhound. Rudder 10 degrees right. Rudder 10 degrees right. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 165. Range 1,000 yards. From Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to new station.
Roger. Mountie maneuvering to new station.
Stand by to fire. Stand by to fire.
Rudder 20 degrees left. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 135. Range 800 yards. From Bloodhound.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 101. Range 800 yards. From Bloodhound. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Rudder 15 degrees right. Rudder, Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 073. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 040. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 006. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound. 15 degrees left. Rudder 15 degrees left. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 326. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound. Amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Rudder 30 degrees left. Rudder 30 degrees left. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 177. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 151. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 148. Range 1,000 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 158. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 170. Range 900 yards from Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
Steady as she goes. Aye. Steady on course 243. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 141. Range 800 yards from Bloodhound. Hard left rudder. Hard left rudder. Aye, sir. Rudder amid. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 111. Range 900 yards from Bloodhound. Steady as she goes. Aye. Steady on course 141. Rudder 10. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 082. Range 800 yards from Bloodhound. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 053. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead full.
All engines ahead full. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 022. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound.
Rudder 10 degrees left.
Rudder 10 degrees left. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Rudder 20 degrees left.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Last known at bearing 342. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
All engines stop.
All engines stop. Aye, sir.
Bridge, 4 lookout, oil slick, bearing 2, 6, 7.
All engines ahead, 2/3.
All engines ahead 2/3. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Rudder 20 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made a death charge attack on contact. Able. Oil slick sighted.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Rudder 5 degrees right.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from Red Oak, bearing 355, range 1,000 yards from guide.
Roger. Mountie searching. Red Oak position for survivors. Bearing 355. Range 1,000 yards from guide.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Air support. Over convoy. ETA 30 minutes.
Rudder 30 degrees right.
Rudder 30 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Rudder 5 degrees right.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir. Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 257. Relative. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Rudder 10 degrees left.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 277. Relative. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 047.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage.
Roger. Mountie engaging.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from Red Oak, bearing 357, range 300 yards. From guide.
Roger. Mountie searching. Red Oak, position for survivors. Bearing 357, range 300 yards. From guide. Mountie picking up survivors from Red Oak. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact able. Bearing 217. Range 3,100 yards from Bloodhound. Mountie finished picking up survivors from Red Oak.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 218. Range 3,400 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 224. Range 3,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 232. Range 3,500 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 237. Range 3,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage.
Roger. Mountie engaging. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 244. Range 2,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 253. Range 2,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Rudder 10 degrees right.
Rudder 25 degrees right. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 264. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Rudder 20 degrees right. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 272. Range 1,800 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 276. Range 1,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Rudder 10 degrees right.
Rudder 10 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 280. Range 900 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 005. Relative appears to be periscope feather.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 288. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, port lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing 505. Relative. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 044. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 105. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 111. Range 800 yards from Bloodhound. Mountie reporting. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 128. Range 900 yards from Bloodhound.
Steady as she goes. Aye.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 138. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 146. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 263. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
The Battle of the Atlantic took place in the 1940s. During that time, most U-boats were still diesel-electric, and so could not stay submerged for prolonged periods of time. Therefore, you're very likely to detect them on the surface using radar before they close in for the attack. Once a U-boat submerges, you can no longer detect it using radar, and you will have to use sonar instead. Unlike radar, the sonar of the 1940s had to be pointed in the appropriate direction in order to detect the enemy. Bear that in mind when you lose radar contact with the enemy, and, most importantly, remember this. Radar works only for surfaced contacts, while sonar works only for submerged contacts. Last but not least, the 1940 sonar also has a dead zone right under your destroyer, which is crucial to remember. The most important thing you need to understand, however, is that everything at sea is ruled by the compass. Consequently, every instrument, report, and command also refers to it. It works just like the clock, with 000 or 360 at the top, 090 on the right, 180 at the bottom, and 270 on the left. These three-digit codes are called bearings, and they refer to the cardinal points. 000 or 360 is the north, 090 is the east, 180 is the south, and 270 is the west. So, if there is a contact at bearing 090, it means that it is located east of our position. This system allows the crew to quickly exchange information regarding where the enemy has been detected, what course to take, and so on. Once you understand it, it quickly becomes second nature. In summary, the most important information for you will always be the position of the currently tracked enemy, which is given in bearings, which direction, and ranges, how far away from your position. The last thing you need to know is how to execute a successful depth charge attack. The problem consists in hitting a moving object in 3D space with a weapon that has a considerable delay between being fired and hitting the target. In general, the attack has to be made in such a way as to drop the depth charges with a lead ahead of the U-boat's bow. What is more, the depth charge fuse must be set for shallow, medium, or deep. Bear in mind that the deeper you set the fuse, the longer it takes the depth charges to reach the set depth. The optimal time to drop depth charges is calculated by an analog computer called the Tactical Range Recorder. It measures the speed of closing the distance between your destroyer and the target, and will help you to decide when to give the order to fire. Because of that, pay close attention to what the tutorial says about using the TRR, as it will make the difference between success and failure. In reality, the chances of hitting a U-boat with depth charges were rather slim, but due to the devastating effects that even close misses had on the submarine's morale, harassing and suppressing the U-boat was often enough to make its crew abandon further attack attempts, at least for some time. Now that you understand the most essential facts about anti-submarine warfare in the Second World War, you can proceed with the tutorial.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Rudder 20 degrees right. Aye, sir.
New course 010.
Course 01. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 043. Range 2,900 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 043. Range 2,900 yards. I designate contact. Able. Time 05.
Contact Able now bears 043. Range 2,700 yards.
All engines ahead full.
All engines ahead full. Aye, sir.
Contact Able now bears 042. Range 2,600 yards.
New course, 042.
Course 042. Aye, sir. Contact Able, now bears 042. Range 2,400 yards.
All engines ahead flank.
All engines ahead flank. Aye, sir.
Contact Able, now bears 040. Range 2,100 yards.
New course, 040.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Contact Able, now bears 037. Range 1,800 yards. Contact Able, now bears 034. Range 1,700 yards.
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact. Target acquired.
Contact Able, now bears 031. Range 1,700 yards.
Load illumination rounds. Target bearing 349. Relative range 1,700 yards.
Lost contact. Able, last bearing 029er. Last range 1,600 yards.
Combat sonar, new sonar contact. Bearing 033. Range 900 yards.
Combat sonar, contact. Able, now bears 030. Range 800 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 2, 6. Range 700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 2, 5. Range 700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 2, 4. Range 700 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
All engines ahead, 2/3. All engines ahead, 2/3.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 500 yards. Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 300 yards. Estimated depth shallow. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 100 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 30 yards. Bearing steady.
Fire 1. Fire 2. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 266. Range 3,500 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 266. Range 3,500 yards. I designate contact. Baker. Time 0, 11.
Illuminate 3, 4, 9. Relative. Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 3, 1, 1, 2, 1. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 191. Range 2,900 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 191. Range 2,900 yards. I designate contact. Charlie. Time 0, 11.
Active search. 3, 1, 1. Through 1, 3, 1. Aye, sir. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Contact. Baker. Now bears 265. Range 3,500 yards.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to new station.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to new station.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact. Baker.
Roger. Mountie attacking contact. Baker.
Black Cat reporting. Roger. Black Cat on the way to patrol area north of convoy.
Black Cat, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact. Charlie.
Roger. Black Cat attacking contact. Charlie.
We've lost Sergeant Sullivan. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 200. Last range 2,800 yards.
Sergeant Sullivan has been torpedoed and is on fire.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Periscope feather sighted. Northeast, 2 miles from convoy.
Maple, reporting.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from Sergeant Sullivan. Bearing 09.
There are 3 elements that are absolutely crucial to U-boat tactics: speed, flanking, and the element of surprise. Let's begin with speed. The submerged U-boat is roughly as fast as the convoy, so it cannot effectively catch up on it from behind. It would first need to surface to make more speed, yet at the cost of being attacked by escort gunfire. Therefore, the most dangerous kind of enemy is the clever U-boat captain who approaches submerged from the front of the convoy, maintaining the element of surprise, unless you detect him with the sonar. Most enemy captains, however, will approach the convoy on the surface, for reasons already mentioned in the ASW 101 video. As for flanking, torpedoes had the highest chance of hitting the target when fired at the so-called broadside, i.e. not at the bow or the stern of the target, but at its side, which made for a much larger target. If you allow a U-boat to assume a flanking position within 1,500 yards of the convoy, and give it enough time at periscope depth, they will be able to shoot whole salvos of well-aimed torpedoes, potentially sinking a few merchant ships in one fell swoop. Also, the Wolfpack tactics used by U-boats were based on advantage in numbers in an attempt to swarm and overwhelm the escorts by attacking from multiple directions at the same time. This was supposed to create a shock effect and confuse the escorts by creating chaos and giving them more targets that they could handle at a time. In order to help you prevent that, here is a handful of tactical advice. The best area for U-boats to attack from are the convoy flanks. Prevent them from sneaking into good firing positions, and convoy survivability will rise exponentially. U-boats approaching submerged from the front of the convoy can be a nasty surprise. Whenever possible, maintain at least minimal sonar coverage aimed towards the front of the convoy. If you manage to attack and suppress a U-boat long enough, it will stay submerged and will eventually end up behind the convoy. If that is the case, it will be almost impossible for it to catch up without surfacing, and its threat will have been nullified, at least for some time. Try to attack U-boats as far away from the convoy as possible. However, once they break through, make sure to recall your escorts, close the formation, and aggressively defend the flanks. The U-boats will attempt to exploit any holes in your defenses to get there and fire multiple torpedoes. So if any U-boats break through into this zone, attack them with all your might, or their torpedoes will start to wreak havoc in the convoy. Sooner or later, you will be able to determine the main vector of the attack. Once that happens, relocate more escorts there from the other flank of the convoy as soon as possible. Bear in mind that such formation changes will take a while, so try not to jump the gun, as it may cost you a lot of time later to reverse a bad decision. Whenever possible, attack a U-boat with more than one ship. Also, try coordinating your attacks with other escorts. Just watch out for collisions and you will be fine. If multiple U-boats break through and swarm the convoy flanks, chaos will ensue and you will start losing ships. Don't panic and stay on your toes, as this is the most difficult time of the battle. When it comes, make sure your escorts are prioritizing the right targets, and try not to get lost in the entanglement. If you make it through this difficult part, you will most likely succeed in suppressing and repelling the enemy. If you start losing ships, don't panic. Check the radar or the tactical station in combat. Deduce where the torpedo may have come from, and make a strong presence in the area to prevent the U-boat from taking further shots on the convoy. Use air support to harass U-boats that are beyond your reach, or quickly relocate it to suppress multiple U-boats when they get dangerously close to the convoy's flank. Remember that air support will force a U-boat to submerge, thus preventing it from firing its torpedoes. Some U-boat captains will submerge and hide under the convoy, or even try to sneak to the other flank. This is a bad situation for you, as it is very dangerous to track and attack U-boats within the convoy due to a high probability of collisions. And lastly, be aggressive and do not let the enemy take the initiative. The longer you hesitate, the more time you are giving the U-boats to reach optimal firing positions and aim their torpedoes. Harass them, never let up, and focus all your assets to the fullest. That concludes the presentation of U-boat and escort tactics.